Alright, here we have a pretty crazy equation with powers and bleh. How do we solve it? It's best if you recognise, oh, there's a common base there, 5, and they both have some sort of power of x. So we want to replace that with something more simple because no one likes crazy powers. But first, we're going to rewrite this term here. We're going to bring the x in, like that. Because then you can see, ooh, we've got a 5 to the x, 5 to the x. Let a equal 5 to the x, and that way we don't have these powers that we need to deal with. So this equation becomes 5 times a squared, because of this 2, 26a minus 5. Alright, this is just a quadratic that we can solve for. I'm going to bring all of that over to this side, but I like to have my zeros on the left. So here we go. Now we want to factorize that. The only factors of 5 are 5 and 1, so we know we're going to have a 5a and an a there. And the only factors of 5 over here are also 5 and 1. So where's it going to go? Well, this 5a has to multiply a 5 to get negative 25. That's positive, so this has to be negative 5. Now that's a positive, so this also has to be a negative, and obviously it has to be a 1. So there we go. Cool. So we have our factors. 5a minus 1 equals 0. So therefore a will be positive 1 over 5. And over here we have a minus 5 equals 0. So therefore a equals 5. But remember that a is 5 to the power of x. 5 to the power of x equals that. And 5 to the power of x equals 5. Now this one's pretty easy because we can see that's just 5 to the power of 1, so therefore x equals 1. That's one of our solutions. Over here, we're going to just have to manipulate that a little bit. When we have something on the bottom of a fraction, we can bring it up to the top if we give it a negative power. So right there, we can see that x is negative 1. And so those are our two solutions. Done.